On the fringing coastal reefs of tropical Australasia, deep in the seagrass, a mysterious and very secretive snake dwells, and it takes a keen eye to find it. It is known as a little file snake, the only truly marine member of its small three-member family, found only in Australasia. Its only two close relatives are the Javan and the Arafura snakes, which are found mostly in freshwater rivers and lagoons. Finding a little file snake in its preferred habitat of shallow reef and seagrass is not so easy, especially when their camouflage is further improved by a coating of algae, so one must scan the water very carefully indeed. To make matters worse, they prefer to come out at night. The task is a little easier on dull, gloomy days, as they will come out to hunt well before sunset. On bright days they are much more difficult to find as they sleep in the sediment. But sometimes hunger does get the better of them, and they forage about in the sunshine for the fish that they eat. To actually see a file snake feeding in the wild is a rare event, as they eat less than most other snakes. A quick bite secures a fish, and in a flash the snake coils around it like a python, the rough, file-like scales ensuring escape is unlikely. The snake then works the fish down head first. Strictly non-venomous, file snakes are often mistaken for true sea snakes. Perhaps the easiest way to tell them apart is that file snakes have a long, tapered tail, unlike the paddle of a sea snake. Also, they have rough, baggy skin that forms a keel along the belly as they swim. Truly aquatic, the little file snake never comes ashore voluntarily. Instead of laying eggs, it gives birth in the water to a small number of young. However, like all marine reptiles, it must breathe air. So while they are out hunting, every few minutes they surface quickly to get a breath, no doubt hoping that predators like sea eagles do not see them. But most of the time, the secretive file snakes do remain a charming little mystery.
Often on the same reefs, especially those around islands, is a sea snake that lives an unusual lifestyle and just on dark arrives on shore en masse. Snake Island off the tip of Borneo is the ideal location for these snakes.
Okay, it's hard to believe I'm holding one of the world's most venomous snakes. This is a yellow-lipped sea crate. Now, the yellow-lipped sea crate is regarded as highly venomous, but it's also very docile. Now, I've handled quite a few of these before, and so far I haven't had a problem. But sea crates are unusual among aquatic snakes in that they come ashore at night.
During the day, these snakes are most active, foraging around the reef for their favourite prey, eels, including the formidable moray eel. As their prey has a fearsome reputation, the crate's venom must act fast to immobilise such dangerous prey. Although the snake spends most of its time in the ocean, like all marine reptiles, it must surface to breathe. After a day of foraging around the reef for food, they come ashore to rest. During the breeding season, things get very interesting. What we've got here is a yellow-lipped sea crate, which seems to have just pulled itself out the water and seems fairly exhausted. Seems to be just taking a break. She's a lot larger than the males, a lot broader, and it appears to be the breeding season because this is the second one we've seen, only this one isn't smothered in males just yet. What we've got here is a huge big mating ball. There's one female amongst all those males, and they're all competing to mate with her. As you can see, the males are competing non-aggressively by communicating to the female with head shuddering. Which one she actually mates with is anyone's guess, and to be fair, she wouldn't know either.
But there's one thing sea kraits cannot do out at sea and they must come ashore for, and that's to lay eggs, which is what this female is doing right now.
In order to get to her egg-laying site, this female has had to haul herself up a vertical sandstone cliff to reach this vine forest. It's quite possible this female is testing the temperature, humidity and softness of the soil before selecting a site to deposit her eggs. Unfortunately, this female disappeared into the densest thicket and was not seen again. The next morning, many of the snakes were heading back out to the reef to continue on with their fascinating lives, although some, for unknown reasons, stayed behind on land. As we know next to nothing about their breeding habits, there is still so much to learn about the yellow-lipped sea krait.